Hey, this is Patrick Riddle, and you're about to learn how to get your first or next deal funded with private money in 28 days or less. And a special thanks to Brian with Fast Track Investing for inviting me on here to share a little bit from my experience being in the trenches as a full-time real estate investor. And I've been able to get millions in private money, in cash, to fund my deals. And you can too. Regardless of your credit, whether it's good or bad, regardless of your current financial circumstances, and even if you're brand new, you can get private money lined up before you ever make your first or your next offer. Go ahead and grab a pen and pad because you're going to be taking away specific tips, tactics that you can put into play immediately to start lining up private money for your deals. So first, just to make sure we're all on the same page, what the heck is private money? Very simple. Write this down. Private money is cash investment funds from an individual, any individual. So literally anyone that you know, anyone that you meet going forward could be a potential private money lender. Anyone who is not earning the kind of returns that they would like to on their investment funds is a great candidate, a potential prospect for private money. Now, you may have heard of hard money before, so let me just clarify a little bit there. Hard money is lent as a business to real estate investors, and it's characterized by high interest points, which 1 point is a 1% fee based on the loan balance. And hard money is characterized by short terms. For instance, before I knew about private money, I got a hard money loan on one of my first deals and paid 15%, 5 points, that's a 5% fee, and then it was a 6-month term. So hard money, it definitely has its uses, but private money, we're going to actually dig in and I'm going to show you real loan documents and actual rates and terms that people are getting private money for, and I think it's going to surprise you in a good way. Yes, there is cheap, flexible funding out there that doesn't require that your credit, that doesn't require any kind of traditional sources. And whenever I figured out the whole private money game, and it definitely took me a while, but once I did, it literally opened up the floodgates. So all that I had to do was focus on finding and closing great deals. Imagine having cash at your disposal. Imagine having $500,000 in private money that you could deploy into your business. Could you go out, find a good deal, close on it, and make money? You betcha. Let me share with you one of my first private money deals here. This was a property in Goose Creek, South Carolina, and I had this property under contract for $43,900, and I did not have the cash to close on it myself. And actually, the private lender who funded this deal I actually met at my local RIA group, the Real Estate Investment Association, and I'm actually going to share with you a script that I call the half-minute private money hook that actually got my foot in the door with that private lender. So you're going to want to take good notes on that. But anyway, so I had this property under contract. I didn't have cash to close it. I found a fellow investor at the RIA meeting who had some extra cash and was interested in making a good return. So he ended up lending me $60,000. Now think about that. The purchase price is $43,900, and I get $60,000. So that paid for all costs associated with the deal. So you can borrow private money for not just purchase price. You can borrow it and include your rehab costs, your holding costs, all costs associated with the deal. And so for me, I didn't have to use 1 penny of my own money in this property. And it was pretty cool how it worked out. Started to clear out the house, clean out the house a bit, put a for sale sign outside of it, and we had another investor that wanted to pick up a property in that neighborhood, and they made us a cash offer. And so I didn't even have to do the renovation on this property. I ended up selling it and made a little over $21,000 in profit. So, and that was all because I had a private money loan there to fund it. Real quick, a disclaimer here: we're not attorneys, so do not take any of this as legal advice. Treat your real estate investing like a real business, like it is, and get good legal advice, especially when we're talking about funding and borrowing money, and how you structure those, and how you're, depending on your business model. Definitely none of what you're learning today is legal advice. So seek an attorney and make sure that based on the way that you want to get private money and utilize it in your business, that you're good to go legally. So here's the agenda. We've got a lot that we're going to cover here. I'm going to share with you the half-minute private money hook. This is word for word what to say to lenders, people, right when you meet them. If you literally just want to attract private money. You're going to learn how investors are structuring loans in today's market. Yes, I'll show you actual loan docs that and share the rates and terms of those loans. You'll get to swipe and deploy my $6 million private lending PowerPoint presentation. Now, this is customizable so that you can easily put it to work for you, and we'll go over those details. You'll learn how to get private lenders to hunt you down and demand that you take their money. This is a big shift here, and I'm going to cover a few points that just help me tremendously, and I think you're going to love it. Plus, just throughout this, you're going to learn how to get your first or next deal funded with private money within 28 days or less, and you're going to leave here with a simple, short action plan. And you'll learn much, much more. So let's go ahead and dig in. Pick up that pen. Oh, not quite yet. A little bit about me. Just if you're unfamiliar with who I am, my name is Patrick Riddle. I've been a full-time investor since 2003. Closed over 130 deals. Single-family houses has been my primary niche, but I've done some multifamily, some small apartment buildings. I've gotten over $6 million in private money funded into my deals. I am the author of The Advantage of Real Estate. And the last few years, I've been spending a little bit more of my time helping other investors get private money for their deals and build their businesses. I absolutely love hearing from students who have taken some of what they've learned from me, just like stuff that you're going to learn from me right now today, and put it to use to go out there and easily get private money and close deals. This is powerful information, because whenever you get in control of the funding in your real estate investing business, literally floodgates just open wide open to you, and the opportunities will be everywhere, because for most people that's the missing component. No funds, a lack of funds to do deals. Doesn't have to be you, not anymore. And here's me, just another day at the office. I'm a bit of a beach bum. I live in Charleston and out on Isle of Palms, and there's a place out there called the Windjammer that I play beach volleyball at, and I just absolutely love it. Pretty much just I run my businesses with my laptop, my cell phone. I'm either hanging at the beach or hitting a coffee shop. I'm a bit of a coffee fanatic, and just took a nice sip of a delicious iced coffee that I picked up a little bit ago. So let's dig in. First, I'm going to share with you the half-minute private money hook. Write this down. This is word for word what you say to someone when you meet them to literally attract private money. And there's actually, some people may call something like this like an elevator speech. You may have heard that before. And this actually has 4 parts to it. And so I'm going to break down the 4 components of the half-minute private money hook and then give you an example. So write these down. The first component is tell them what you do so a second grader can understand. You really want to dumb it down, what you do. You've probably had the experience before where you ask someone what they do, they tell you, and you walk away having no clue what they do. Well, you don't want that to happen. Confusion equals no. So component one, what do you do so a second grader can understand? Component number two, target pain points. Now think about the different kind of pains our prospects, good prospects for private lending, are experiencing. Losses in the stock market, low returns. So target pain is the second part. Part three is you want to give them a big benefit. And then part four, get a yes. And you're going to just ask a simple yes question, and I'll tell you my favorite. So here's an example. So let's say that you're out at the local real estate investment association meeting, or you're down at a foreclosure auction or a tax sale. You meet someone, and they ask what you do. So here's an example of the half-minute private money hook. You could say, hey, my name's Patrick. I buy, sell, and lease houses and use cash from individuals, everyday people like you and me, to do so. Typically, we work with people who are sick and tired of their losses in the stock market, people who are frustrated with low returns from traditional investments. We provide good investment opportunities backed by real estate. Does that make sense? And then you just shut up. And what you'll find is that if you're talking to someone who's experienced some of those pains, then they're going to be intrigued and many times ask you for more information. And that's exactly what you want. To do things and say things that get other people interested in your opportunities and then ask you for more information. And what you'll actually do at that point is then you'll transition to showing them, setting up a time to meet with them and run through your private money PowerPoint presentation, which I'm going to go over some details on that shortly, because you're going to get to download and swipe my actual presentation and start to use that. So there you go. That's an example of the half-minute private money hook. Very simple, and you can take what you just learned and customize it a little bit based on your business model, based on what you're doing exactly. And that's a great way to get other people asking you for more information. Kind of really flips things around. Instead of you having to go out there and be like a salesman or something, totally opposite of that. We're just looking to do things, say things that get other people asking us for more info. Let's go over a few actual private loans to show you how some people, some other investors right now in today's market are structuring their loans. And I have a few examples for you. And let's see here. This one is a $275,000 loan, 5% per annum, and this is over a 5-year term. Now, there's some investors out there that don't believe that you can even get private money for less than double digits. So that myth has been busted here just by showing you these docs here. Think about getting 5% per annum money to fund your deals, and that's just cash, and over a 5-year term. And with private money and private loans, you can structure loans however it makes sense for your deals, for your business. Excuse me one second. Let me grab a sip of water. All right. You can structure loans however it makes sense. There's two basic paths that private loans typically take. Either setting it up as a debt investment where you pay a specific rate of return, or set up as an equity investment where you share an actual percentage of the ownership and profits with your lender. This is set up as a debt investment where you're simply just paying a rate of return. So here's another one. This is a $50,000 private loan. This is also on a 5-year term, and this one's at 8% per annum. And this is no fees, no points, no credit checks, no BS. This is easy money. Whenever you connect with a private lender and they fund one of your deals, it's so simple, and you can get private money for low interest rates. This is good, flexible, cheap cash here. And here is another private loan, and this one, the loan amount's $100,000. This one's a 5% per annum, just like the first one I showed you. This one's over a 3-year term. So all these were set up as debt investments where they paid a specific rate of return. But who knows? Maybe you're interested in just splitting profits and setting up as an equity investment with your private lender. One of my students down in Florida, he brought in one private lender with deep pockets, and they split the profits on the properties that they do. And now my student Justin, he never has to worry about funding anymore. All he's doing is focusing on finding on closing great deals, and they're just doing rehabs and flipping them. And so that's a great setup for him. A little bit about my PowerPoint private money presentation here. Now, the one that you actually can download, it's a newer version. It's got a little bit different look and feel to the picture that's on the slide here. So you've got the newest version there, but it's very easily customizable. So download it and just walk through the various slides, and you'll see where you can plug in your company name. You can customize your business model. The sample deal section, you can plug in one of the deals that you've done, or if you haven't done any deals yet, you can put in a sample deal for the type of deal or deals that you'll be doing. And what I want you to do is make a note and put a star by this, big star. And the most important part of this presentation is the investor evaluation slides. 3 slides where you're asking your potential private lender lots of questions to find out specifics about their investing experience, to find out if they find the right investment opportunity, well, what kind of range of funds that they'll have, what kind of expected rates of return, etc. And your goal here, once you just take someone through and just simply walk them through the presentation, is to gather information so that by the end of the presentation you know exactly what kind of investment opportunity, rates, range of funds that could make sense to them, so that then when you come across that kind of deal, you can pass it by them and they can simply write you a check to fund your deal. And now I will tell you, this presentation took years of little testing and tweaking little by little. It's got a sales process built within the presentation. And so I would suggest that you leave the presentation as it flows and just customize it to suit your specific types of opportunities and whatnot. So make sure you download that. And one of your action steps is going to be to customize that so that you can go ahead and put it to use. Okay, how do you get private lenders to hunt you down? Well, first here, you do and say things that get private lenders to approach you and ask for more information. A little bit ago I shared with you the half-minute private money hook, where it's simply when people ask what you do, it's exactly what to say to then get them asking you for more information. Well, here's another one of the many techniques that I use, one that I call the business card reversal technique. And on the back of your business card, you can put a phrase like, learn how to earn higher returns backed by real estate. For more information, call me here or email me at blah. But a simple phrase like that on the back of your business card, what you'll find is as you start to hand out your business card, a lot of times people will flip it over, and without you saying anything, they'll just read the back of your card and say, well, Patrick, tell me more about this. And bam, that's exactly what you want. Other people coming to you asking for more information. You never ask for private money. That's not what you're doing here. What you're doing here, write this down, is you're providing excellent investment opportunities for the right people. Okay, so you're never asking for money. You're simply, and this was a huge mindset shift for me. because whenever I was first getting started in private money, I had a lot of head trash that was getting in my way of taking action, because I thought that I was just like, I don't want to ask anybody for money. And I totally reframed that to, I am providing excellent investment opportunities for the right people. So it's not a matter of the investment opportunity being great, it's just a matter of whether they're the right person for it. You're not trying to convince anyone to invest with you. That's coming at it from the wrong kind of mindset. In these simple mindset shifts, they can make such a huge monumental difference in your end results. Because if you're coming from a place of just need, and you're just asking for money and trying to convince people, that turns people off big time. And it's just some simple shifts, simple things you can do and say to get other people's approaching you, and just having that mindset that there's an abundance of money out there to fund my deals. Whether you're the right kind of person for my program, doesn't matter to me. Also, lastly on the slide here, how to get private lenders to hunt you down. You can use the PMOD technique. And this is a technique that I call my private money on demand technique. And it's getting private money through public records. And this is something that took me a while to figure out all the ins and outs of it. But it's pretty cool, because you can hop in online and instantly tap in and find local private lenders in any market, just by using some different search techniques and tactics that I've learned over the years for finding private lenders through public records. And I've got a website pulled up where I'll show you a couple private loans, and how, I don't have time to go into this in depth in this video, but it's pretty cool. Check this out. I've already got I'm on Flagler County in Florida. I've made my way over to their public records site, and there's several different search tactics that I use. To pull up this list, I did my document search tactic, and these are, it's pulled up all the mortgages that are filed on record, and either, depending on what state you're in, either a mortgage or a deed of trust is filed on public record. And when you know how to search the records and pick out private lenders, like check this out, for instance. These are the names of the borrowers here, and here where it says first cross party name, these are the lenders, Wells Fargo, etc. And now all the different county websites around the country, a lot of them are different, but I've over time, it's taken me a while to figure out all the ins and outs of figuring out how to navigate the records on different areas of the country and whatnot. But I just pulled up these records, and check this out. I just plugged in a random date range, and right here, check this out. So this is the borrower, Delphim, and the lender here is a private individual. That's exactly what we're looking for. This person here, Manuel Martins, lent private money for this transaction for $49,000. And on this particular page, the rest of these are banks here. If we go to the next page, let's check out and find another private lender. Bam! Diane Campbell here. She lent private money here, $67,824.12. So it's pretty cool that this was something that took me a long time to figure out. But that's my PMOD technique, my private money on demand technique. And that's a great way to get private lenders coming to you, because what I do, I've got a couple different letters that I send private lenders that I find through public records. One of them I call my friendly meeting letter. The other one I call my buyer's list strategy letter. But then I just have those letters just blasted out to the lenders that we find through public records, and then it gets them to contact me and ask for more information, and really gets lenders coming to you, which is really cool. And So here's your action plan, how to get your next deal funded with private money in 28 days or less. First things first, write down your goal. For whatever specific amount of private money that you want to have access to and the time frame. You want to be specific and you want to write this down. I don't know if you've ever studied or heard of any kind of goal setting tips, but you got to begin with the end in mind. And if you want private money for your deals, go ahead and write down, it is X date and I have access to X amount in private money. Write that down. What you'll need to do is you'll go ahead and download and start customizing your private money presentation. You want to get that ready ASAP, so that you can have, that's your primary conversion tool. Once you have a prospect in mind, whether it's someone that you already know or whether it's someone that you use some of the different techniques that you've learned here today to connect with, that big step, once people want more information on what you're doing and your opportunities that you have, set up that appointment to just walk through the private money presentation. And that's going to do so much work for you. Start with your warm contacts, and especially to get private money fast, just in a matter of a couple weeks, few weeks. Your warm contacts, these are people who you've known for a while, who you have personal relationships with. Maybe it's friends or family or people that you know from networking, or other active real estate investors, or a neighbor or someone that you knew from school, whoever. And you can even start with some of those just to get some practice and just tell them, hey, I've got a presentation that I put together on my business and some of the opportunities I have. Would you mind just sitting down with me and giving me some feedback and letting me walk through it with you? And many times what you'll find is halfway through your presentation, the person says, well, Patrick, I may be interested in this. And so that's an easy way to get an appointment and walk and get some practice with your presentation with some of your warm contacts. And also, this is SEC compliant. When you're borrowing money, capital, the Securities Exchange Commission, there's regulations and rules. And one of them is called the 45-day rule. And they want, what you want to do is you want to make sure that if you don't know someone, if you don't have a previous relationship with someone, then over a 45-day period, per SEC regulations, you want to have up to three contacts with them. And you want to get to know the person a little bit before offering them an investment opportunity. And frankly, that's the most effective way as well. And there's other SEC, regulations and whatnot that you want to be aware of. And so definitely you want to continue your education, just on all the various techniques and training that can help you get more and more private money, and also just making sure that you're set up correctly and that you're doing things according to rules, regulations, and whatnot. Get good legal advice, treat your business like a real business, and take massive action. You can get private money lined up in a matter of days, in a matter of it's all about you taking action. And you've got a great base of education right here today. You've got techniques, tactics that you can immediately employ to put you on the path, and you've got the primary conversion tool, my private money presentation, that I'm just giving over to you, so that you can go ahead and start using that to line up some private money. So get out there and take action. And this quote from Abraham Lincoln: determine that the thing can and shall be done, and then we shall find the way. Today, I'm not sure if private money, if that topic, if that concept was brand new to you or not, but as I've shown you, it can happen. And it shall happen for you when you just take action on the things that are actually working to get private money in today's market. And you'll find the way. And that's through continued education and action. You can get private money lined up for your deals. And I can't wait to hearing from you on your success. Go out there and line up that money, make it happen. because once you do, it's going to open up a whole world of opportunities for you. Now, I do have some additional training that you might be interested in. I'm giving Fast Track Investing a big special offer for a limited time. So check out those details if you're looking to take things to an entirely new level, to that next level. And I look forward to working with you. And please let me know how I can help you. Let Brian know. And so there you go. Hope you enjoyed. This has been Patrick Riddle on behalf of Brian and Fast Track Investing. Have a great day and happy investing.